because I have been looking forward to this one so much. Sweet Caroline. I have a daughter. Her name is Caroline. So this has a special place in our hearts. This song does. Let's take a listen. All right. Of course, Sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. What it is about that song, we all have to go bop, bop, bum. I mean, where the orchestral, it's like that part is almost more famous than the Sweet Caroline part. I was at a comedy club, or not a church, right? We went to see Tim Hawkins, a comedian. And they were playing just songs, from whenever. And everybody was just talking. And then that song came on, and everyone started singing. And no one was prompted. We just all started singing Sweet Caroline. And everybody, bum, bum, bum. I don't know why, just certain songs, especially this one, just get the crowd going. So this one is a great one to play if you want to play for groups, if you're going to a party or a group of people and you want people to join in and sing a song that everyone knows. And this one isn't too hard. This arrangement is going to have melody in the right hand, which it will also work if everyone's singing with it. So it kind of serves a dual purpose there for piano solo or for people singing along. Let's get started. Forgot to introduce myself. I'm Shawn of webpianoteacher.com, where we gather together to learn, play, and share the music we love. And I love this song, creating a culture of encouragement for all you guys out there who want to learn, play piano online. You can do it if you pick the right lessons and you know how to practice. That's what I'm here for. So let's pick the right lesson. If you are a late beginner, early intermediate student, this is a great one for you. So you're picking the right lessons. The second thing is how to practice. I'm going to show you that right here, and I'm really going to show you on the website. So let's get going. Remember, if you are a member of webpianoteacher.com, you can download the sheet. It comes in handy. All right, first we have an E bass on the left hand. We want this to sound very simple, okay? We don't want to throw all these notes in there and, I'm trying to make it big. It's just kind of simple, right? So E, E, E. Now I'm going to recommend no pedal, because we want that da, 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 that little quarter note to go through, because it's getting us revved up, right? It kind of starts off as a seed and it's growing. You can hear that in the music. So if you want something to grow, you can't start off full blast. You got to start off as a seed. So just practice that, staying a steady tempo in your left hand on that low E, middle C, next C down. There we are. You can play with your pointer finger. Great. Right hand's going to start pretty low. Here's middle C, next C. I'm right here. All right, so if you can't read music, or you're terrible at reading music, or you don't want to read music, you found your place. All of us that are viewing this and are part of our web piano teacher community have the same experience. We have chosen to learn a different way. It's not that reading music is bad. It's very good. It's a great skill to have. But some of us just want to learn a different way because it suits us better. So that's why we have the chart here with the letters. B, C sharp, D. Ba-ba-dum. Hear that rhythm? Ba-ba-dum, ba-ba-dum. And I don't want to use pedal and ruin it. Don't do that. Okay? Da-dum. Now the same notes, B, C sharp, D, C sharp, B. And then we do it again, D, C sharp, B. So this whole little part is kind of like one thing. Now, putting your hands together, though, you got to pay attention there. This goes together, then the C sharp, and then you go together. This is how you have to do it. If you're a very beginner, you have to take one thing at a time. C sharp, and you see that goes together, okay? You play that, you play that, that goes together. Right hand, kind of like the bouncing ball. Remember that? When they have the bouncing ball over the words in the old cartoons and you'd sing along or whatever. That's what you have to do here. You have to follow the bouncing ball and go one thing at a time. And the bouncing ball trained your eye to follow the words and the syllables. And that's what we need to do here, is to train our eye to follow one thing at a time. E. So, do yourself a favor. And do not go on till you have those first two measures learned. I usually like to say one measure and then the next one, but these two measures kind of go together as one unit. So stay on those two measures, maybe a day, maybe 2 days, till you're really confident on it. Then you move on to the next part, okay? Small sections. That's why I like to zoom in on the board, because then I'm not aware of all the rest of the music that it's going to come later. You're not responsible for all that yet. You're only responsible for where you're at. Wherever you are, that's what you're going to work on. So if you're at 2 measures, who cares what's coming up? Work on that 2 measures, and once you get that, you can move on. Because if you can do 2 measures, then you can do 20 measures, all right? We just have to do things in a way that we can manage from day to day, all right? So the next part, after you have the first 2 measures down, is very similar. So 2 things happen. 1, we add an extra note, a harmony note on top. Do, do, do. You know how you have 2 people singing, one person's going da da da, and the other person's going da da da. Well, it's a harmony part. So we have a harmony part, plus we also bumped it up an octave. We went from this octave to this octave. Let's take a look at this. B and D with 1 and 3, and then C sharp and E with 2 and 4, D and F sharp with 3 and 5. You might just need to play that a little back and forth. Give each, these are thirds, they're a third apart distance-wise. If you want to know what a third is and you want to know about music theory, check out my Easy Piano Lesson series on webpianoteacher.com. It's for complete beginners. It's a complete course for learning cool songs, for learning technique, for learning scales, for learning music theory, all while we're having fun. The point is to have fun while learning it. Okay, so give your hand a motion for each one of those thirds. See that? I'm not trying to play it smooth and be connected. I'm using a wrist motion for each third. Da, da, dum, ba, ba. Okay, once you have that down, you can add the left hand. Let's do it again. Very good. Now we'll try it all. Go. All right, very fun. It's kind of exciting. We're getting into the song, about to get into the verse, melody in the right hand. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that lesson series. If you like this, I have thousands and thousands of lessons on my website. There's so much music on there. It's a lifetime of music for most people. You'd never be able to get through all of it in a lifetime, I don't think. But see you guys later. Hope you had fun. I surely did.